What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. One of your hosts, Keena Johnson, alongside Dean Kaminsky.
Hello.
Kyron Johnston.
Hey.
And Nathaniel Redden.
It's me. How you doing?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, not too bad.
We've all got drinks tonight, so it's going to be a night.
We do.
Is it going to be good? Who's to say?
In before one of us, probably me, needs to go up to the toilet.
The
in
back of
about an hour
your
and 40.
phone looks like a fucking disco ball.
Sorry, what?
I said the back of your phone looks like a disco ball.
What discos are you going to?
Janky ass ones.
One's in Logan.
Yeah.
Oof.
Give it away, my fucking suburb cunt.
No, I'm not saying you lived there.
Whoa, well now we don't know where he lives because it's not Logan.
Oof.
Or is it?
Logan?
What's a Logan?
It's Wolverine.
Yeah, who's Logan?
Yeah, I live inside him.
Oh.
Just a metal city up in there.
Just do the thing.
What's the Amalgam Show about, Nathaniel?
There you go.
Assassin's Creed. I've been waiting to say that ever since 2 weeks ago.
I think it was 3 weeks ago.
What happened 2 weeks ago?
I don't know, it must
The
have
last
been 3 weeks
Because
ago.
Nate was like, what's the Amalgam Show about? And then he was like, Assassin's Creed. And then Keena asked me, and then I didn't say Assassin's Creed. So he's been
After
holding
that
on to
really
it.
quick recap about episode
Last time.
fucking
It's really, it's really uneventful.
Yeah, so the Amalgam Show is about
brought it on
games
yourself.
and pop culture, things that we care about.
Oh wait, that's right. I didn't make the last one.
No, none of us made the last one.
Last week, we didn't do one because y'all fucked off around the country.
Yeah, I had to go do stuff. I had to go lose my
I was
phone.
still in Brisbane. I was just
Busy.
meeting people and getting drunk.
That's still
That was me too, but in the Gold Coast and losing my phone.
Fair call.
And then Shannon was. Shannon's been MIA all week. I'm pretty sure he's dead. His phone is just open on Facebook, so I just keep checking messages.
He's like, my dying wish was to send this message to the Amalgam group chat, and I died.
Yeah.
But he couldn't, and now it's just on. It was charging, so forever. We always see that.
Yeah.
Should we check on him?
He'll be right.
All right.
He'll wake up in time for his wedding.
Alright. What are we talking about this week, Keena?
This week, might talk some Comic-Con stuff since that's happening today. It started, so
in Australia.
no.
What's a
Okay.
Comic-Con, Keena?
It's San Diego Comic-Con, where the
What's the Comic Con about, Keena?
the nerdy things and pop culture things we care about. Yes.
You know who's
That's
hot?
good.
Sydney Goodman.
Who's that?
She's a girl from IGN Fix on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like,
I mean,
the first time I saw IGN Fix, I was like, oh, she's cute. But then I started, like, following her public Snapchat, and I was like, oh, damn. Anyway.
We need to get you some Gamer Girl bathwater, you thirsty gamer boy.
there's this
Like if you want Kyron to drink the Game Girl bath water.
I object.
there's this Australian streamer on I found her stuff on Twitter, and she just keeps clipping out like just all this shit against like all the thirsty commenters. Just like someone's like, would you mind spitting in my cup? And she's like, she has like this breaking news like graphic and like a phone number to call when people are fucked up. It's just like, it is perfectly free for you to fuck off out of my comment section. She's great.
Oh, okay. It just sounds like she's making content.
Yeah.
Well, that's all streamers do.
Well, I wasn't judging it, and I wasn't saying it in a bad way. It's just sounds like she ran out of good ideas.
This is a good idea.
Reading hate comments is
No,
a fucking...
It's in her shit. And they're like specifically saying...
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's also reading hate comments. You don't go onto other people's YouTube things and read their hate comments. It's
I'm
just...
sure some people do.
I'm sure they do, but they also
do,
don't
they
get
don't
views.
Have their own viewers. We should do that.
We should read other people's
Suggested
hate.
about a year ago.
No,
You should have said it louder and more memorable.
Well, no, and also saying that, like,
Make a song and dance.
I said it as a joke because that'd be a terrible idea.
Exactly.
So you suggested it as a good idea?
No, I suggested it as a terrible idea.
Oh, okay. Well, I made the joke better. So
Haha.
What have you been into this week, Keena?
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy?
Fucking a lot of it.
Which Final Fantasy?
12, 13, 3, and 15.
Well, that's a bunch.
Yeah, it is.
that's not how you count.
No, but it is how Square Enix counts.
Yeah.
They also count in 2.8s. but that's a different franchise.
2.8, 5.6,
Trimmed up distance.
8.4,
Yeah.
12.2,
Remix.
13, 14, 15.
Something like that, yeah.
Plus the DLC.
And the MMOs. But you know, so like I've been like jumping around these different Final Fantasy games, and they've been. It's interesting to see.
Crisscross will make you jump.
Like
Jump.
Final Fantasy 12 it's a single
gonna
player
get copy
MMO
strike,
in
don't
terms
do
of
that.
its gameplay.
Yeah.
Because it's what it did was
Do
like
as Kevin.
from 11, which was the MMO. They're just like let's just do that gameplay, but then like just stop doing the story halfway through
Crisscross will make
because the writer got really like sick, like with
jump.
cancer or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So he just stopped writing halfway through. What the fuck?
Sorry, I was doing Crisscross, but as Kermit the Frog.
Who's Chris? Oh, Chris Rock.
Chris Cross.
Okay, I did hear that right. Who the fuck is that?
It's wiggity 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 whack.
Yeah, those guys. They wore their clothes on backwards and were rappers in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they'll make you jump.
Jump, jump. Come on.
Not jump around? Okay.
No. That's fucking House of Pain.
Yeah, that's different. Jump around, jump up.
But yeah, 12 was...
Jump
it was-
jump.
Again, I can't recommend it to people, even though it's on Switch.
What is it?
Final Fantasy 12.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know you
we
weren't.
were talking about...
I was thinking Kermit the Frog, Crisscross. We were talking about the song, all that shit. Got a Snapchat,
really-
not gonna read that. Get out of there.
What's really weird is that I can't recommend too many Final Fantasy games because it will come with a bunch of caveats.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this one's like really
Caviar's
old.
like super expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just
Caviar.
about to say that.
Caveats. Fuck.
Yeah. Fucking nailed it.
What's a caveat? Explain.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing.
Is it just
Keena
like a-
explains big words?
Why not?
Because.
Is it just like a con? Like pros and cons?
Yes.
Yeah, so it comes with cons, alright.
I like that 3 syllables counts as a big word.
Well, you guys didn't know what I was saying.
Just
Dodecahedron.
because I don't understand the word doesn't mean it's because it was a big
It's
one.
an object.
A
It's
big
a
word
shape.
means it means a lot.
Fucking what?
What?
So you're saying the bigger the word, the more it means.
The bigger
No,
the
I'm saying it can be any number of letters, but if a big word is a word not used
Is it
very
used
often.
Oh god, this is a train wreck.
Is it use not do well? Oh, this is a train wreck? Have you seen the other episodes?
No.
I have.
I've seen like 4 of them.
Hey, look, the last one we did was pretty
They're
good.
not great. Yeah, it's because we had long necks, right? Or was that the other week?
No, that's the one.
That was it?
Yeah.
This one we were all drinking and I made the Harry Potter thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Fuck,
Anyway,
copyright
yeah.
And
again.
then in Final Fantasy 13-3, I killed God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how that game ended. Yeah, that was a time.
How'd
That was the time.
doesn't exist?
Oh!
It's a fantasy game, so he doesn't
Sensitive
exist.
hearing.
Got me there. Yeah.
And his name was Bunavelza.
Spell it.
B-H-U...
Wrong.
No. I'm not sure. It's the rest of the... I can say it.
No.
B-H-U...
When they say BH, I always think it means V. More
The...
like a V noise.
Yeah,
than
well,
V.
that's a German thing, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
German.
BH can be like a verse sound.
I've never seen that, but I believe you. I don't know much.
A W is definitely a V sound in German.
Yes. It is
Correct
literally
us
2V.
if we're wrong.
Yes.
In other words,
Give us comments.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to transcribe like early modern
No.
text?
Wait, so if a V sound in... Like, if a W is a V sound in Germany, how do they say wyvern?
What?
Is it like a wyvern?
well,
Yeah.
wyvern is a English word.
Yeah.
So I suppose if they had a German accent, yeah, they would say wyvern.
Okay.
Is it an English word? Because it sounds pretty Eastern
It's
European.
more Celtic, I guess.
Is it?
What is
Yeah.
a wyvern?
It's
It's,
a two-legged dragon.
Yeah.
Wyvern. So like
It's
enemies
just
in
a
every video
yeah,
game.
just a smaller, like it's just dragon light.
I love
Nintendo,
Dragon
get
Light,
on
man.
that.
I'll drink to that.
Yes. So I killed God.
Okay,
And that
yeah.
was, and
Nice.
then like the ending was like, hey, we're on Earth now. So like our Earth as opposed to whatever fantasy Earth we were
Wow,
on.
okay,
Yeah.
that's 13?
Okay.
13-3. Yeah.
13.3. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Did they write the
I believe they call
Bible?
that 133.
No, it's
they
not,
just
it's
left
not,
out the
it's
ending?
not Christian God, but they do call him capital G God the whole time.
Okay.
And then his name is also Guinevere.
Okay.
Okay, but like, how many gods are there?
3? They had 3 in that one. They weren't all called
I'm
God.
saying like in writings, like
Yeah,
over the world.
Yeah.
How many gods are there?
a bunch.
But like a 12.
So
So why are we putting Christianity's God at the
Because
top?
they do capital G.
Yeah.
Like God, like as it's his only name is God.
It's because they copied from everyone else.
Yeah.
They're like, this God of, and it's like, well, this is the God.
Lagard.
This is
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Sorry, atheism's getting into it. Hate comments coming in. Fuck, we'll have someone to read. How good.
What else pisses you off? Donald Trump is good.
Alright, stop that. Right.
Keena glared at me, so we're gonna get some comments.
James Charles did nothing wrong.
Let's keep listening.
Bill Cosby is a saint. Bush did 9/11.
He did. You're saying correct things. I don't know the last one.
You think Bill Cosby is good?
He said Bill Cosby is a saint.
Well, I mean, it really depends on your views.
And a reverse.
Yeah, and theirs was pretty fuzzy.
Didn't technically-
Yours
oh, wait.
fuzzy.
He's talking about the victims.
What does God really want?
He's like Bill Cosby was good depending on your
Okay,
views.
let's stop. We're talking about Final Fantasy.
I love explaining jokes.
I didn't need the joke explained.
You said what?
Because I'm deaf.
We're just two brothers.
So because I said what doesn't mean I didn't get it. It's usually because I didn't hear it.
Watch them go.
So yeah.
You guys
And
fight a
end up
lot.
on Earth, and like the main character, she's walking around in like France.
Yeah.
And
Wait. So is this like when the Covenant came to Earth?
In Halo?
Yeah.
No.
Where else are the Covenant?
I don't know, there's a bunch of covenants in
No,
throughout
because
history.
Earth exists in Halo. Like Halo's just sci-fi. This is like fantasy world. You're on some fucking fantasy land. Like, keep it up. It's like
No, don't keep it up.
it's.
I will throw this at your face.
You know how like every fantasy.
I'm more accurate. I will throw this more accurately and much harder than you. You stop. Okay, well, you're definitely gonna miss.
I like how we all did it.
Everyone probably missed that. We pulled the tabs of Ed
Oh yeah, did we all do that?
We're all just like having a fucking standoff.
Fuck. What if that means something? So you just for like
What if that means something?
Rangers unite.
God isn't real, but what if this means something?
I meant more subliminal, not so much like we're connected by some greater force. I mean more like, what if this is like a mental, like, I don't know, repercussion towards
What if God is in our brains?
sexual frustration? You're definitely frustrated. I don't know about the rest of us.
Gee.
You'd be right.
I miss my phone.
What?
He misses his phone. That port wasn't.
phone confirmed.
His headphone jack was not for headphones.
I didn't have one. I had a Google Pixel 2. Didn't have a headphone jack. Stuck it right in the charge port.
That's why he's frustrated.
Anyway, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You're on Earth.
No,
She's
no.
walking around in France.
Yeah, so did the game end there?
Yeah.
And they
Just-
never continued on from there?
No.
Okay,
Like that's
well-
the ending of this.
Alright, well, I mean, like, Final Fantasy's never made sense.
But it's never gone like.
The fuck's your
that.
point?
Yeah, that's pretty meta.
It's really weird. And then 15 was just cleaning up all the extra content that they added.
Yeah.
And they added a fuckload.
Mm.
Okay.
And then I just like downloaded that, cleaned it all up. It's like the final thing I did was like, maybe the bad guy wasn't so bad after all. Maybe he was just dicked over by his brother, which I get. But then he also destroys the world. So cool motive, still murder.
So, who's the bad guy now?
The bad guy is Arden. He was meant to be the king of the world, but then his brother was like, "What if I kill you? What if I make you kill your love interest?" And then turn to darkness and blah blah blah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he
Loki's a real bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. And then revenge. But then they added like 15's really weird because
Okay, so you've been playing a shit ton of Final Fantasy.
like just mowing through these like 30-40 hour games.
Jesus
I got
Christ.
nothing else.
dude.
I
wish
had like a
that time.
big depression week last week. So that was fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot done.
Yeah. Well, I needed to do actual adult things. And I just
No,
didn't do any of
procrastinate. Fuck it.
them. They
You're already
involved-
feeling sad.
They involved money, so
Yeah, mine too.
So that was fun. So Final Fantasy.
Hooray.
I go when I'm depressed.
They tell you, they say when you're depressed, don't close yourself off and make yourself.
Well, that's the thing. I wanted to podcast that week. Y'all fucked off.
You make it sound like
we fucking slighted you on purpose.
we were like, oh no, don't. Sorry. Oh, cut that. Oh god, cut that.
You brown enough.
You need to write some notes right now.
I didn't hear what you said.
You need to bleep that. Huh? I don't care if you heard it or not. You need to write notes as to where we are now and
God
how you're
heard
gonna
it.
bleep that.
You heard it.
I might be Aboriginal, but I don't think I'll get away with that on the internet. So
Yeah.
let's.
Did
you write the time?
I did.
Okay, good. Write the reason why you wrote the time. I don't know why.
He said the
something?
Don't say it. Bleep that.
cut this podcast. Talk about it again from the top.
Start again. So you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. No.
So you played Final Fantasy. Make
Yes,
sure you
3 of
bleep
them.
his fucking shit.
I will.
Good.
I don't know how to bleep. I'll just cut.
God
so it's
damn
all
it.
notes.
But keep the freak out, but close the. Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I also bought Pacific.
Oh, he did this thing, but he doesn't want anyone to hear.
What
Fucking
did you
loser.
do again?
Shut your mouth.
He said. I also bought
Said nothing.
Pacific Rim for $1.50.
It's pronounced specific.
So it was
For $1.50 from Lifeline Bookshop.
Gee, that's
Nice.
A good price.
Yes, I'm like, fuck, and it comes with like the DVD and special features. I'm like, it's fucking $1.50.
Yeah.
No, you got ripped off.
I like Pacific Rim.
It's a fun movie.
It's a good.
View once and move on movie.
No,
Yeah.
it's a good concept, but it's definitely not a good movie.
It's a weird movie.
I was like, this is in the Opera House. Finally, we're included.
I didn't understand a word.
No, I didn't
was-
either.
He said it's the Sydney Opera House. Finally, we're included.
He gets blown up
Thanks,
into
Jen.
both of those movies.
Why were you Lebanese for that?
I speak retard. It's fine. I'm not worried about the words I say.
Hey, stop saying that word. Keena's like, alright.
not gonna lie.
Keena's writing down that timestamp too.
Not gonna lie, because every time like someone speaks in like a Lebanese accent, or I just hear a Lebanese person though, I always think of that one video where the guy's at the beach with his
No,
girlfriend.
okay, stop.
We
You said
did this last week.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did that.
You were talking about it because me and Kyron kept making the fucking accent.
Oh no, baby.
Oh my god, baby, you almost got hit by that lightning bolt on you, right?
We should just
We
name
did
all
this
of our
last
episodes.
time.
Oh my god, baby.
Oh my god, baby. Number 1.
Maybe that's what Dean's show should be.
Where we all just do. No, that's a bad idea.
Ah!
We don't do impersonations.
I got this stuck in my hair.
Oh. I thought you were doing that thing
All
that
right.
children do when like mum and dad fight.
No.
And you just like scream. Like,
No, I go high. And repress.
you get high when your parents fight?
Yes, I go high.
That's crazy. I'm telling Leander.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I shat on the carpet.
What?
I know, it's like the one thing that I thought parents would fight about. Don't hit him!
Oh, someone lived a fucking pleasured life where the only time your parents would fight if you shat on the carpet. Don't hit him. Motherfucker shat on the carpet.
Don't hit him.
Don't put fucking tabs in my drink.
It's God!
Fuck, what did you drink?
So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to. It's kind of sad.
What have you been into this week, Dean? Seems like you spoke through all of Keena.
I only spoke through his.
Swear to God, if you say work.
I just worked and drank.
And then I went out for work party, and then we drank, and then...
And then I worked more.
Fucking come on, guys, give him some
I
options.
was gonna say, like, can you not take my stories away, please? No, so
all I have stories about work and drinks.
we shut the fuck up. So we skipped a week because obviously we were away.
Because you were drinking at work.
Don't scratch the table.
So we scratched. But don't... Unless you're going to do something cool.
Yeah, like a dick.
No, that's not cool.
Repressed. Gay. Anyway, so last week we shut the fuck up. We skipped a week because obviously we were all busy. So you were doing your fun fantasy shit. 'Cause
No, I was having depression last week.
Espresso. Therefore, you sorted your shit out with not facing. Anyway, so at work we had a auction.
Ooh.
So I work in a sales.
Who were they selling?
Huh?
Who were they selling?
Not people. Oh wait, there was one.
Yeah, there we go.
But that was to have lunch with said person.
That sounds like.
Was it a hot chick?
It sounds like pimping
No,
with extra
It's
steps.
actually, it was actually a short, bald guy who had a pimple because he had surgery on his leg in the last 3 months.
Nice.
Hell yeah!
Why do we want to
go
go on lunch with him?
Because he's a fucking pimp. Nah, he's actually pretty cool. He's probably the coolest guy we work with. But yeah, so I went to this auction, and we've had one since I worked there, and I've been there for just over a year. How good!
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I still hate my job. Anyway, so we what?
We all hate our jobs.
You don't have
Yeah,
a
I just
job?
started mine yesterday and I hate
everyone
it.
in the world hates capitalism. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we should all learn to share like the
The
good
rich don't.
Soviets.
The rich hate love capitalism.
Yeah. Which they're the 1%.
Anyway, someone got sold.
So anyway, I've been to one auction before. So for the auction, it was pretty much just exactly yes.
Was there a fast speaker? Like
So that's the thing. So we tried to do that.
no one could hear him.
So it was our boss's boss who did it the first time. So he tried to do the auctioneering type. PlayStation 4 bundle going for $3,000. Going once, going twice, sold type shit. And that's what happened last time. Pretty much, so you accumulate your dollars, quote unquote, or your currency by doing your sales. As I said, we work in a sales center. So you get your credits through that, and then when you go to the auction, you can place bets based off of different prizes. There were 30 prizes or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's a bottle of Grey Goose, a PS4 bundle, a Coke fridge.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was some gangster shit.
Full fridge of Coke.
What? No, it was a little mini fridge.
Oh,
that was
okay.
Coke branded.
I thought you got a full mini fridge filled with Coke.
No, it was just a Coke branded mini fridge.
Okay.
That's the other auction in a different warehouse.
He's talking about the powders.
Oh, right.
Washing powder.
Anyway,
In
so
the Coke fridge.
the first time we did it, me and my mate, we got fucking plastered, and I was standing right at the front, literally first row of where this boss's boss was, doing the auction. He was like,
Yeah.
And they supplied drinks for this thing, right? Drinks and pizza. And
yeah.
me and my mate, we were just fucking hammering the drinks down. Everyone's going for the pizza because they're like, oh, it's Friday night, I'm gonna slowly eat and then go home. And we were like, fucking let's get hard on the beer. And halfway through the auction, my mate's like, you need another beer? I was like, fuck yeah, I do. He goes away, he comes back, and I had a bottle opener, and he's like, can you open this? I was like, fuck yeah, I can. And I the Coronas somehow got really
Slippery?
carbonated.
Oh, yeah.
Fuzzy.
Yeah, so I pumped one of them. The lid literally shot off like a fucking bullet, nearly hit this guy in the face. I'm still in my probation at this point. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'll get this fucking beer open. And I look up and he's staring at me and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get fired or something. Turns out he didn't actually care. But I fucking shat my pants, ended up moving to the back of the crowd, and it was terrible.
Can't go back to jail.
I was like, bro, I'm out of here. So yeah, that happened the first time. But no, this time we pretty much just did a repeat, got drunk again. They had hard ciders, which were 1.4, and they were maybe half the size of this UDL.
Oh, fuck.
So
okay.
they were proper fucking, they tasted like shit. But yeah, they were terrible.
Poppers.
What?
Poppers.
Adult poppers.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What? Just drink this, honey. That's your popper for the afternoon. So, yeah. So we got fuck-eyed, and then obviously went out to the Vic because that's
What you do?
Did you notice so far that nobody until just now has interrupted Dean, and it's because Dean's speaking.
That's right. It's a thing that I have. It's called authority.
No, it means that you're the one who fucking interrupts everybody else.
It's what we call a rude cunt.
No, it's definitely authority.
We'll
no
go
one
to Kyron
respects.
next and see how far that authority takes.
Well, he's not gonna have my authority. That doesn't make sense.
Okay. Let's go.
Plus, to be fair, my story is somewhat entertaining. I've played Final Fantasy, and then God came to Earth.
No.
Okay, that sounds a little more interesting than
I nearly hit my boss with a bottle top.
It was my boss's boss's boss. Okay?
But then I didn't.
Actually, my story's gonna be.
At least I
based
killed
on
God.
Dean.
Wait, your story's gonna be based on me? What?
No, a little bit similar to what you're saying.
Oh, similar in the sense that you drank.
Yeah, and was with work.
Oh, right.
All right, spoilers. Continue.
So yeah, no, pretty much with that. Other than that, so I don't know, just been watching Dragon Ball Z. I'm up to the. So Cell just became perfect, and then Trunks fought him, and then lost, and now he's starting the Cell games.
Oh, right, yeah.
So after that,
Has he jumped into the news station yet? And they're like, "Fuck, what is this?"
Yeah, he's like floating through the fucking.
And everybody else is just sort
Yeah,
of like, "This is on TV."
That was before he was perfect. So yeah.
Huh?
No, that is when.
That's
No,
after
when
he's
he's
perfect because he
perfect,
fights Trunks, and then he's like, "Hey, so you got really strong. What if I get?" you
Oh,
more
that
time?"
one. Sorry, I was thinking about when he went through a news station and sucked everyone dry.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, I was thinking of that
Yeah,
episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
No, Cell games, yeah.
So yeah,
you're in
but,
the filler
but
arc.
I'm really
There was a shit ton of news in that.
I'm really pissed off because, gosh, I'm really pissed off because so I'm watching it on Anime Lab, and I every time I watch it, it's after I come home from work,
Yeah.
and so I'll like be lying in my bed and I'll just be watching it, and then I'll like pass out. But Anime Lab doesn't do that thing that like Netflix or Stan does, where it's like
I used to watching. Yeah.
So like, it kept doing this fucking thing. I'd be watching it, and then I'd go to sleep, and I'd wake up, and Cell was in his new form. So I'd just be like, "Oh man, first form Cell." Oh shit, he's going after 18. Like, fuck! Like I've missed so much, and I'd have to like go back.
Yeah.
Is there something in the settings?
No, it just doesn't do
Maybe.
that.
I doubt it. The only settings I've seen are like language and quality.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so it's
I think
you're
there's
starting to pay for your Anime Lab again.
Oh yeah. I was gonna let you know about that one.
I was like, I wanted to go watch something. Like, Dean hasn't paid for his Anime Lab.
So that was the thing. I was like, man, I really want to watch One Punch, and then it was like, update your payment method. And I was like, oh yeah, and then I just never did.
Yeah.
But now I've done a thing where I add it to my Telstra bill. So
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, like,
Nice.
I don't really watch anime that much.
yeah, but like,
Could
I
you
watch it. You can use it.
could you do something on your phone where it's like after 5 minutes of inactivity?
Your phone shuts off.
Yeah.
While it's watching videos.
So it doesn't do that when it's
No.
working.
No.
Never
Does
happens.
your phone do that?
I don't know. I don't watch that
It
long of
doesn't.
videos.
I mean, there's probably something you could do where you chuck it in
To be
entertainment
fair-
mode, and then when it's in entertainment mode, it can do some. You're gonna. It's
Oh,
a. It's
well,
a,
I feel like
it's a
maybe we
massive
should
fuck
create-
around for a small
We
problem.
should create a phone, call it the Amalgam phone, and make it mostly a camera.
Then we can just make a camera.
So an iPhone.
No, you make it a phone, but make it mostly a camera. That's Hawaii. That's how they did it.
I mean, Hawaii.
Is that how it's
Nope.
pronounced? I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
I don't, it's not two syllables.
Huawei.
It is.
It's-
It's Huawei.
It's Huawei.
It's Huawei.
Huawei.
That's
You said
fucking
Huawei.
two
You
syllables.
said Huawei.
I said Hawaii.
Huawei. No, yeah, you're right.
Huawei.
You know who you sound like? You sound like my 4th grade fucking teacher. She was a stupid bitch.
Do you remember?
Like, 5th grade.
Wait,
know who I'm
do you
talking
guys
about.
remember 8th grade when that bitch
Wait.
was called Kyron Crayon?
Yeah, dude.
And now it's my Snapchat username, bitch. I'm not giving you guys the numbers though.
We also
because
had Kaiser.
I don't want you.
Carlos. What was the other
Carlos,
names?
I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's when he really
In
liked
love
Mex-
with the teacher because that one time.
That was bullshit and gay.
Yeah, when
And
we
don't
were,
talk
like,
about
Well,
that.
you shouldn't
No,
have
he just
slept
really
with
liked
her.
Mexico.
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 I'll have you know I'm still a virgin.
Canada, America.
No, because in the
Mexico.
in the fifth grade, my fucking teacher was teaching us syllables, and I understood syllables. Like I wasn't a fucking stupid kid.
Wait, who was this? Which teacher?
I don't want to say names. Miss Hughes.
Oh, it's
Miss
alright. That's
Use.
not her name anymore, so no one can check it.
Oh, good.
Her name was Miss Use.
Miss Useless.
Miss
Yeah.
That's twice tonight.
Bitch. Anyway, no. So she. Well, yeah, that's how she got married. Anyway, so she
She looked like a horse.
She fucking so she Jesus Christ. So she tried to teach us.
She gave me a D in technology. Gave Denny it's a fucking A.
That's because they fucking sucked each other off.
Anyway, let's
We
continue.
also shouldn't have said that name.
I
Bleep that.
No.
You're fucked.
It's not like she's gonna watch that fucking.
Feckle. Anyway, yeah. So I remember she was teaching syllables, and she did this fucking thing. I can't even. Okay, let's use Samsung for an example,
Yep.
right? So she would be like, okay, guys, so syllables is how many times that you would take a break in a word, and I was like, yeah, I get.
and then
it.
she
Like,
measured it in claps.
like bird would be like bird, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just one thing. But she'd do shit where it'd be like Samsung, and it'd be like 3 fucking syllables, and then she like kept doing this thing where it was like 6 syllables in a fucking 3-letter word somehow. Ask, like, you know, shit like that, and I was sitting there in the corner like, okay, either I'm like
Speaking
I've
fucked
got
or
no
you're
idea what's
fucked.
going on, or you should not be teaching 5th fucking grade. Like, what the fuck? Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be to not be able to teach
Hey.
5th fucking grade?
We went to state school in a
Syllables.
Western society.
It was a fucking syllables part. Fair enough if it was like algebra or something and you kind of mess something up. But if you're fucking up syllables, nah, you need to like go back.
Yeah.
You need to go back. You need to look yourself in the mirror and you need to say,
This is
I
what we do
don't
when we go
belong
back.
on this earth.
Remember she did that.
She couldn't look herself in the mirror. She had a lazy eye. Yeah, remember she had a fucking lazy eye? And she'd always be like, stop that. And you'd be like, who the fuck are you looking at?
Like, I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not the only one. Can you clarify?
Do you remember that other teacher, the music teacher,
Yeah.
that Adam had to deal with? He got a fucking A for achievement and a D for effort. And Adam looked at his report card and he's like, is that a compliment?
You did really well, but you did nothing. Yeah, look.
I can't argue with the syllabus, but I fucking hate you,
Yeah,
kid.
that's basically what it is. And the only way that they can grade them without actually having a proof. Yeah.
Yeah, so fucking syllables, man. But other than that, I feel like I did more. Oh, I was playing Lego Harry Potter with my mate. We finished it. So
We're
it
going to
does
get
this,
copy struck.
it does this really cool thing. I really need to pee. It does this really cool thing where it like
Called it.
Yeah.
Continue.
Where it like, so it'll obviously follow the movie, but it'll include things that were only in the book. So like at one point, like Ron obviously loses Scabbers after Goblet of Fire, right?
Yeah.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
He gets another pet called Pigwidgeon, which is a bird with like a pilot's hat on.
Okay.
Apparently that's a pet that Sirius Black sends him
Yeah.
in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Had no idea.
Nope.
Wow.
So I was sitting there and I was like, why the fuck does he have a thing called Pigwidgeon? And my mate, who's read the books, he was like,
Remember
really
in the
cool.
4th movie how he gets that weird bird that just flops around and he like
the one that keeps crashing into shit?
yeah,
Ah.
that's that bird.
They never explained that Sirius sent it to him, though.
Exactly.
Kind of like, this is the
Yeah,
family
well, that's
bird.
what they say. Like, I remember.
They said the
always-
family bird. They said, this is our family bird. And it like crashed into shit.
Yeah, but they always take liberties in
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, finished that. That was pretty cool. We're starting on Halo next because he's never played it.
And then you'll be like, yeah, bro, that was Master Chief in the books.
No, I never read the books.
Fucking.
There are
you should
books?
you should take Chris with you.
Absolutely.
Yes, and he will be like, okay, the deep lore about Halo is.
So the flood started as an ancient civil. Shut the fuck up.
I remember every time I talked to Chris about Halo, he would just go on about the lore, the books, the movies, the TV shows. Like that whole group was just like so obsessed with like the deep lore of Halo. I'm like, dude, it's
Not that
shit
deep.
fucking serious.
Yeah. But other than that, not much. What about you, Kyron? What have you been doing?
I've been doing fuck tons.
Okay, he's cheating himself out of it by leaving. That way he can't interrupt, I guess.
Well,
No,
you're doing all the interrupting now, Bick.
Anyway.
So I've done a bunch. So I finished the Witcher DLCs, and then I did
What
new
DLCs are they?
So it's Blood and Wine and Heart of Stone.
Oh yeah, you're talking about those the other day.
Yeah. So I finished those, and then I did New Game Plus after I found every hidden location.
Before you continue on with that,
Yeah.
what's in the DLCs?
Okay, so the DLCs is Blood and Wine is you go to this, like, what?
Did you download all the free DLC first?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of extra quests and stuff.
Yeah, and like free haircuts and shit.
Yeah. No,
Cool. Just
I
wanted to
went
make
through,
sure.
went through and did all of that.
Cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Blood and Wine is you go to a new kingdom, and it's called Tucson, and they are really into wine. The landscape is like beautiful, and it's like a mix between France and stuff like that. Because like when people swear and they're trying to be polite, they'll be like, "Oh, mind my Tucson," and stuff like that. And it's like, "Oh, mind my French." Okay, cool. So it is France. Because I had a rough time figuring it out because the landscape looks like Italy, but the culture is French.
Okay.
Kind of like
And,
Scalia, which is like
Yeah.
very Irish, Scottish, but then it's also kind of Norse as well.
Yeah, because they're like, "Praise Freya!" and
Yeah.
shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go there on a contract to hunt a beast of Tucson, and then he's going through and he's killing old knights. So you find him, and it turns out that he is a higher vampire, which is a vampire that is
Hired?
no. So higher vampires are they're the vampires that just look like humans. Every other vampire in The Witcher are like giant fucking mutant bat creatures, and they're fucked. But these guys just look like humans. They are undetectable, like through magic sources. Like Geralt's medallion vibrates with its magic. It won't vibrate when a higher one's near it. So they just walk through people, and they're generally pretty peaceful because they live so long. They've just got like high fucking complexes, and they're like, whenever we see a human, like whenever a human slights us, it's like the same when you smack a mosquito. We don't really give a fuck. You're so insignificant. And you're like, oh, fuck you, cunt. But yeah, it turns out he is a vampire, and you meet this guy that's in like the second game, and I think his name's Regis.
Mm-hmm. King.
What?
King.
No.
That's what that translates to.
Oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, you meet Regis. He's got this fucking massive name, but everyone just calls him Regis.
Reggie.
And he is he's also a higher vampire, and he's like, hey, don't kill this dude. He's a good dude. Blah blah blah. And then there's this whole fucking conspiracy with the Duchess, who is like the ruler of the land and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it turns out that it's Witcher DLC.
Yeah, I know. I've been listening.
Okay, cool. And then, yeah, so basically you go through this entire conspiracy. You find out that his hand has been forced into killing these people by someone else because they were holding his love interest. And spoilers, because it's, I don't know, it's kind of new.
Witcher 2?
No, 3. The DLCs.
Witcher 3 DLC, Witcher 2 again, but different.
So it turns out that the lady that they've been blackmailing this vampire with, who is his like mate, is actually like the Duchess's sister, and she's been organizing the whole thing to kill the knights who kicked her out of the kingdom. Yeah.
Well,
that's the whole thing.
Cool.
There's a bunch of other shit in it, but there's
it's a proper
surface
expansion.
Yeah, there's the surface value of it. And they introduce dyes. So if you get Witcher gear, you can dye it purple.
Oh,
But it only works with Witcher gear. And you can,
that's fine. I
yeah.
have full educator.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you get the DLCs...
I use the cat armor, though.
Yeah, cat armor's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Grandmaster cat armor is
Yeah,
fucking lit.
Fucking hated the wolf armor.
Right,
It looked
yeah.
like trash.
Yeah,
love
no.
cats.
Oh,
You seen
I
the
had
Cats
I had a
trailer?
bug in my game where I couldn't get the wolf armor.
Oh.
Yeah,
Lucky
the-
you.
Yeah.
Cats the musical.
Fucking,
It's getting
it's
a movie.
it's a
awful.
very popular glitch.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't download the
This is a
DLC,
sad play. Have you?
or if you play the game before you download the DLC, the Wolven armor might not show up when you go to do the treasure hunt. Like, you can't access the chest that the diagrams are in.
Huh.
Yeah, so I couldn't get that on my first playthrough, but with the DLC, you can just straight up craft Grandmaster from the get-go, because they're like, oops. So yeah, I ended up buying and crafting all of the Grandmaster Witcher sets.
Huh.
What's the other one about?
The other one is this guy called Gauntero Dim,
Yep.
and if you
Fancy ass
basically
fancy name.
Go on
Basi-
to the damn.
yeah, no, he's fucky though. Like, he is real fucky. He's like a mix between a Crossroads demon and God.
God.
Yeah, but if Gauntero Dim, if you just use the first letter of each part, it actually spells God.
Ah.
Yeah, and he.
Gaunt Oro
So you kill God as well.
No, you don't.
Ah.
You can kill him, or you can just do the job he assigned you, and he's like, "Cool, what do you want?" And then, like, the options of the rewards are like, "I want to be faster than anything. I want an alcohol bottle that never ends. I want endless food. I want money," and he just gives you $5,000.
5,000? That's not much.
Yeah, it's
in a
fucking
Witcher.
not much at all.
That's fucking shit.
Yeah, but
You
What did
should
you
be more
choose?
specific with you, man. You words, dude.
I chose. I don't want a fucking thing from you, because everything comes with a consequence.
He's a genie.
Yeah.
What do we got?
So basically, the dude who he sends you after to collect his debt, which is his soul, he said, "I want to live like there's no tomorrow," and he granted him his wish. So it made him immortal, but it turned his heart to stone, so he wouldn't have emotions about anything, so he could live and do whatever he wanted in good conscience, because he didn't have one.
I think I'd actually enjoy that.
Yeah. But he did end up, like, kind of alienating his wife and killing his wife's husband,
Okay,
and
well,
shutting out the only
his
love in his
wife's
life, and his wife's dad, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say. I'm
No,
like,
he wasn't
I
a-
feel like I would want to kill my wife's husband too.
he wasn't a big cuck. But anyway,
See,
big
okay,
cunt.
I'd probably do that
When did
because
this turn
I
into a
don't
big
have a
old
partner.
pants? A big
yeah,
cunt?
but no,
You said it.
because they were like newlywed as well, and they were like they basically went
And
through
he
this.
was like, "Wait, you have another husband?"
He basically just went through like a big thing because he was from a disgraced royal, like, not royal, but like upper class family. And then this chick's dad was like, "Yeah, we don't want you to marry him." So they went through this big thing, and then he just kind of pissed it away because of a fucking curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had to sacrifice his brother's life and stuff like that. So basically,
We've all been there.
Gaunter gives you the
brothers.
quest to give him to give like to grant his 3 wishes, but Gaunter couldn't do it himself because of some clause in the contract.
Right.
So once you complete those things, you can collect his soul. But there's 2 endings. You can either kill him or just do the job for him. I just did the job for him because the guy was a dick.
Right.
Because he had no fucking
I was gonna
emotions.
say, yeah.
It really wasn't a hard choice for
So,
me.
hold on. So, with the wishes that you got,
Yeah.
what were the consequences for each?
So there's no consequences for those wishes, but they were like a subclause in the contract saying like you get this wish and 3 additional ones. But you have to make the first wish to be able to get the 3 other ones. So he guaranteed his soul to this dude for 3 wishes on top of his original wish.
Oh, so
And
you
he
make a
can't
fucked up
and
wish.
he can't take his soul until Gaunter sends a proxy to fulfill his 3 wishes. So he gives you like damn near impossible wishes. He's like, "I want you to show my brother the time of his life," and his brother's fucking dead.
That's
So
an awesome
so
wish.
you gotta go to his fucking thing and be like, "Okay, I have to show you a good time. Fuck. I guess I can go get someone to possess." And he's like, "No, that'll take too much time." And he just possesses Geralt, and you play as a possessed Geralt
Oh.
of this like randy fucking like good time bandit.
So Geralt's attitude and like
Geralt's attitude actually really changes, and he has emotion now. So
That's great,
it's really weird, and you're like hitting on this chick the whole time, and the whole time you as the character still get to make choices of what you want to say.
Yeah.
So if you as the player want to fucking try to cuck this dude and be like, nah, fuck you, I want Geralt to fuck this bitch, you can like kind of sabotage him by making him say fuck things. But he's such a suave cunt that he just bounces back every time. And I'm like, God fucking damn it, stop it! But yeah, so that's the whole thing. And then you basically just take him to this wedding, and then you can do a bunch of like mini activities and stuff. I forget what the other wishes were.
Really, that's the
because
time of his life?
it's showing the time of his life, and because he's technically dead and going into Geralt is
So any
alive,
time in his life, okay.
it was basically show my brother a good night.
Okay.
But the thing was, he was dead, so he
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
he
I get
thought
the-
he couldn't fulfill
yeah.
it, so he wouldn't ever have to give up his soul. But because Geralt's Geralt and he's fucking Iceland's fucking Superman, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Iceland Superman.
Or Sweden, whatever the fuck he's from, Poland. I don't know.
Pretty sure it's Poland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Poland.
the Polish Superman. It doesn't matter.
It's funny because Superman's playing.
Anyway. But
My
yeah.
favorite Marvel hero is Superman.
Mine
Like
too.
that famous quote, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yep.
And that's all for tonight.
Good night. Goodbye. Like and
Bye,
subscribe.
I really want newscasters to say that. Like and subscribe.
They are. Have you not been on Snapchat and gone to like a news like
Let's
story
get
feed?
right into the news.
Yeah, so I finished The Witcher, did the new game plus, now I'm up to Skellige again.
How funny is it when him and the other witches get drunk and then they use
Fuck-eyed. Yeah.
they use what's her name, Yennefer's fucking little witchy phone.
Yeah,
Like call everybody while they're in her underwear.
yeah, they're like Geralt's wearing her pants and like Lambert's in like a full dress, and then fucking
He's like, who can we call next?
yeah, and they ring and he's like, oh my god, who are you? Why are you here? And he's like, sorry, forget you saw us. Turn it off.
Honestly, the funniest fucking part of that whole game. Because,
Yeah.
like, no emotions throughout. And then I just related to this whole, like, getting drunk and doing
Fuck-eyed.
stupid shit.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, Geralt. Fucking oath, cunt.
yeah.
So good.
So yeah, then I replayed that. I got bored, so I finished replayed Life is Strange with Annika, and we just went through that. I've watched up to season 6 of Supernatural, and
Jesus.
we are not watching that anymore because fuck me, it's shit.
Like,
Like once it gets to season 6, you're like, wow, you picked the wrong character to lose his soul. For fuck's sake, like Dean.
Don't worry, they'll switch it up.
Yeah, eventually, Dad will come back. So we're gonna stop watching
Yeah,
that.
that's fair.
What's wrong with Dean, huh?
Yeah, he's just a dry, self-loathing
You're a dry,
motherfucker.
self-loathing. Fuck.
Just keep drinking.
He's got a cool name.
I doubt
But
it.
yeah,
Fuck you,
so we got up to
Keena.
that and
I didn't
we
choose
fucked
Hey,
it
it's
off.
Keena to you.
I have like 98% finished Spyro 1,
Mhm.
Oh.
and that was entirely by accident.
Someone
Is that
come
98%
around.
on the save
2%.
file? Or
What?
Is that 98% on the save file?
Yeah,
Or-
98% on the save file because I did not ever want to do the fucking like race course things. So every time there was a
Oh,
race
I
course
did
thing,
that.
I just went next. I just went to the next world because I gathered enough
I've been-
gems,
I've
I
been
gathered
doing
enough
that,
fucking
yeah.
orbs, I
I've been
freed
doing
enough
that for
dragons.
Nina.
I was gonna say, yeah, Nina's been trying to do that shit for fucking ages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she doesn't really play that much though.
Well, that
So
was the
it's
thing.
every
So
now
like
and again.
she finished it all and like she got all the gems, and then it came to doing the races. I think one time I can't remember the situation, but she was trying to do it and then she couldn't, and I gave her like 3 tries and got it, and then she's like, "You can do the rest," and I was like, "Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing it because it's so fucking boring.
Yeah, and
I
then
don't get it."
I finished Spyro 2 as well. So I have now developed a theory. From Spyro 2 onwards, fairies are kingmakers of each world. So the fairies in Spyro 2, Ripto comes through the portal, and he's like, oh, fuck yeah, that's a lot of power in that portal. I'm going to take all those orbs, and I'm going to rule this place. And the professor goes, fucking quick, fairies, scatter them. So she scatters them, and you go to every world, And depends on who offers you a fucking orb, you will wipe out the opposition in that world. And sometimes the people that you're wiping out looks like natives to that world. Like, if you go to the ice world and there's like ice wizards and stuff like that, they can manifest snow. And there are like little dogs and like I don't know what the fuck they are. They're little charged creatures. And they've got like ice nose that like blend in. So they look like ice stalactites that are in the world. And you kill them for these guys that clearly lived in a different world. Who are just like, they're just like cavemen with bones in their head. Except this time they're just wearing like Arctic clothing. So you come in there, they offer you a fucking orb if you wipe out the fucking natural residents of this world. And like in other worlds, there'll be like civil conflicts and shit like that. And then whoever just offers you the prize you want, you will fucking wipe out everyone. So the fairies are evil, and Spyro is nothing but a money-grubbing little bitch who just like, you got gems, you got some orbs, or in the third one, a dragon egg. I'll fucking do anything, bro. So yeah, that's my theory. Welcome, but that's just a theory, a game theory. What else have I done?
Naruto.
Yeah, I started watching Boruto because they finally dubbed it. And I'm up to season 3 of My Hero Academia because it just came on to Anime Lab again.
Again?
Yeah, it was
Which
taken
one's
on.
3 again? That's the one...
I don't know, I've only seen the first episode.
What happened in it?
It just...
Spoilers?
Yeah, so it just basically recapped what happened at the end of the
Ew.
second
What
season
happened
and
at the
added a...
second?
End of the second was... Fuck! I've done so much shit. My brain is my brain is my brain is fried.
He's been having strong soul afternoon, so
fuck.
Give him a bit.
I don't remember. I really need to pee. So Nate, what have you been up to?
What's up, everybody?
Pulling a Dean, are we?
Yes.
Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I am
The last
Nate.
host.
I'm the last one. This week, in the last 2 weeks, I've been trying to fucking finish Smash Brothers Ultimate, and it's really fucking hard.
What's
Not hard as in like, it's not hard as in like, oh, they're really hard to fight. It's hard as in like, fuck me, there are so many people you need to fucking fight, and it goes on for so long.
Is this the story of light or whatever? It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes ages. Anyway, I got to what I thought was the end. You know what I'm talking about.
So
No,
what?
I haven't.
You don't?
No,
Okay, so
I know.
basically-
I haven't played it, but I know this is the thing.
Basically,
What, where you
like-
beat Master Hand?
No, Master Hand is like shit in this game. But in this game, there's the light guy. I can't remember the names. There's the light.
Yeah, the light
there's
guy and the
darkness.
dark guy, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't really know about the dark guy at all. And I started. I'm like, holy shit, this is a really big map, and I'm gonna go through it. So I went through it all. I'm like, man, there's not many characters I'm getting. It's a bit weird. Anyway, I kept going, and I got towards the end of it. I'm like, oh, I don't really have much of the roster, but anyway, let's go fight the boss. And I did that, and then it turns out there's a whole nother world
Yeah.
that you need to get through.
Wait until you get through it, and then you have to get to the final part.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've gotten through most of the second world, and I'm just sort of given up, and I'm started to play Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
No,
No, honestly, when I was playing Smash Brothers, I like looked at the map, did a bit. I'm like, this is gonna take for fucking ever, and it gets boring and repetitive real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna
And
grind out
some
characters
of the
in
maps
arcade
are
mode.
super fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like some of the characters are super fucking hard to fight, and then the rest of them are just like you just breathe through them. It's super easy. I think the hardest world I've come across so far is the Ocarina of Time world with Link, Zelda, Ganondorf, and for some reason Cloud is in that world. You get Cloud in that world, by the way.
I can't think of a link.
You go through and you get Zelda first, and then if you're sneaky enough, you can get Mii Brawler.
Yep.
But that's like an Easter egg.
Yep.
And then you keep going through, you get Link. Oh no, Toon Link.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go through, you get Ganondorf. But yeah, Cloud is also in that world
Maybe they could
where the Master Sword is. So you go up to get the Master Sword, and Cloud's there.
Maybe they couldn't figure out anywhere else to put him.
Maybe. But yeah,
And Cloud has a big sword. I
yeah,
guess.
I don't know, it's a little bit weird. Anyway, I'm almost to the end of the second world. It's just so fucking long. such a repetitive game. I wish that they had done it the same way they did Brawl.
Yeah, everyone wants whatever
Brawl
they're
2.
called. No, not Brawl 2, but just Starship Star whatever.
Space-time emissary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Or
like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, we want that. That's what I thought Ultimate was going to be like.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I thought it would be like
wanted
too.
a co-op Smash Brothers again. Me and Dean played the shit out of that.
Yeah, no,
Didn't know, but yep.
for whatever reason, that team just doesn't want to do that again.
So pretty much, I've seen the game theory video on it, and it's crazy.
I fucking have been watching so much game theory.
Yeah. So after that weekend at yours where we were watching game theories, I looked into game theory a little bit more, and he does a video on the whole lore behind Smash Brothers, like why it is what it is, and it pretty much gets to. So it starts off as like the main creator. I can't remember his name, but like the main guy that like directed all of them, is like
Why am I
Master Hand.
blanking on his name?
Yeah.
He's a meme. He memed like Reggie.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Sakaguchi.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever it be. So he created the first Super Smash Brothers, and like there's a scene in there where it's literally like there's just toys of all of the different fighters.
Yeah.
And then there's a hand that picks them up and like moves them, and that's meant to be Master Hand, which is the boss, obviously. And that's meant to be this guy, the creator. And then Brawl does some extra shit where it's like they get controlled by Master Hand or something. Anyway, it ends up with the light and dark. So the light being the consumer or the customer or the people who play Super Smash Brothers, and then the dark is meant to be the corporation, so Nintendo, and wanting to keep pushing out this game and like making these characters do something to bring in more profit. And it's the conflict between the two that causes these characters to do nothing, and that's meant to be like the whole thing. So in saying that, there are 3 endings for Ultimate.
Yeah,
Don't know if
I
you're
know
aware.
that.
Cool. Yeah. So obviously one side wins, the other side wins, but then both fall in the third. That's meant to be the true ending. Again, game theory. It's not exactly set. But yeah, so you meant
Just a theory.
It's just a theory. But yeah, pretty much it's just about like collecting all these characters, making them fight each other, because that's what people want. But in saying that, that's not what the characters are there for. The characters are there for the story and everything like that, and they kind of just, I guess these two forces, both the light and the dark, if there's too much light, eventually the characters just get wiped out and they lose their whole story, their whole meaning, because they'll be fighting each other, but there's nothing to it. And then again, the dark is like, well, let's get the characters doing a lot more, but eventually they just get overworked and it's terrible. So, I guess that's the whole thing behind Super Smash Brothers, and that's what the original director of the games is trying to make a point of. Again, in theory, probably not, but it makes a fucking lot of sense.
I wouldn't put it past him that he would do that, because
Definitely.
he can be a little bit meta sometimes.
Well, that was the thing.
Well, with
so,
the first one, even it was like a hand,
we
and it
talked
was
about
like,
that.
it was the kid.
yeah, you were there when we
Yeah.
were talking about that.
No, I left for a pee break.
you
I
left.
made that. I made that clip.
You did leave, that's right. I was trying to cover you, but that's okay.
Nah.
They did do that. But that was the thing. So I think it was after Brawl, he quit. And then they were like, oh, well, we're going to do Wii U. And he was like, well, that's kind of shit. And they were like, yeah, well, you can either join it or you can fuck off.
He was still involved in.
But he wasn't. He wasn't the head.
He was it was a different team. Like that's when I switched team to Team Ninja or Bandai.
So he still had a say in it, but
Yeah.
he didn't run it, and that was why Wii U was kind of a bit shit. And then they were like, oh, we're gonna do Ultimate, and he was like, are you fucking kidding me? So he tried to make it have an end, because to be fair, like fucking the end of Brawl, like you literally fought Taboo, like forbidden,
Yeah.
which like came out of nowhere. Like he was
I can't
not.
remember that. What was that like?
He was just like this blue, like person, and he had like wings at one point. He had the bullshit fucking move where he just did like the fucking Margin Vegeta like massive explosion.
I
Yeah.
can vaguely remember. It's like a blue avatar with wings.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So Taboo was the main bad guy for Brawl. Again, can't remember the game theory around it, but definitely look into it. It explains it really well as to how it all kind of coincides and all that shit. Again, just a theory, but pretty good one at that. Yeah. So no, it'll be good.
How's Stardew?
Finish it.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
I've only played 6 days so far. I only started last night. I bought it ages ago and I've been like, I'll get through Smash first. And then But that was when I was still in the first world, and I just kept going. And
It is super valid not to finish Smash.
Have you got the DLC?
For Smash, no.
There's Joker.
Yeah, I know.
He's pretty bullshit.
The only
but
reason
also
why I
really
want
good.
DLC for Smash now is Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's pretty sick.
But other than all of that, I went to...
You don't want Dragon Quest character?
Oh, shut up. I went to a work expo.
Ah. What did you exposize?
I didn't do anything. I worked support for the expo.
Okay.
So I was in a little room. We had a snack bar. Super unhealthy.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't like apples and shit. It was like Mars bars.
Yeah, literally Mars bars, crunchies,
I mean, it's-
Cadbury chocolates,
It's
Red
fucking.
Bulls, Coke.
You work for IGA,
Surprise.
so it's just whatever an IGA sells.
Yeah, something
You,
like
so
that.
you just had favorites boxes everywhere.
Basically, kind of like that. The only thing that we had that was remotely healthy was like we'd get lunch in at 12:30 every day, but it was only like party pies and stuff like that.
Jesus, that's
Yeah.
not.
So that was like the only thing that was remotely healthy. Everything else was just produce, not produce. processed
Confectionery.
food. Confectionery.
Pies are processed food, so you can't even.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's why I
so
said confectionery.
There was nothing. There was no gratification out of that with health. But I got really drunk on the first night. I lost my phone. I lost my vape. That was fun. I got shit for that for the rest of the week from my work colleagues.
Yeah.
You get shit for it now, you
A vapist.
vapist. Adam.
Don't vape on the pizza.
But yeah, I went through all of that shit. It sucked, but you know, all expenses trip to the Gold Coast was alright.
All expensive.
All expenses.
All expenses. I meant expenses.
So I-
You
all
did say
expenses.
expensive,
I
I'm
did
pretty
say.
sure.
No, he said.
I said I
expenses.
meant.
said
I know I said the wrong thing, but I meant the other one. In saying that, it's an hour car ride. It's not that far.
I know. I mean, like I got to stay down there. All expenses paid.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
From Saturday to Wednesday.
Yuck.
Yeah, so it really sucked. I get a day left now because I drove back on the Wednesday, and that's technically one of my days off. So another one of my weekend days will be used up soon, hopefully. So I've actually been working for like 2 weeks straight.
That fucking
And
sucks.
Yeah, it does. It feels like it sucks.
Kind of. Maybe illegal.
Yes and no. When you're on a salary, nothing's really.
What do you mean illegal?
Well, you can't work X amount of hours in a week if you're full time. Isn't that a thing?
I feel like that's not true. As
I
long
mean,
as it's 10
so
hours
long as
between
they-
shifts, that's fine.
So long as they pay you overtime as well. If you're
Okay.
working on weekends,
I think also work trips are different because you have to
Yeah.
agree to it.
yeah,
Plus, all
it's also in
expensive
your.
paid.
It's also like in your contract for like
So
reasonable
it
overtime.
wasn't a bad time. It's just
A long time.
The first night sucked, and then that sort of made the rest of it less enjoyable because I couldn't enjoy myself as much. I got to drink a lot. It was all free. Got to eat a lot. That was all free. Cadbury gave out a lot. That was all free. But
Yeah, Cadbury
you know,
gave out.
you can only eat so much chocolate before you feel like you're going to be Augustus Gloop.
Yep.
Drown me in a
Augustus
chocolate
Gloop,
river.
Augustus Gloop.
I
Great big
stayed at a
green
hotel
gum
where
gum.
all of the receptionists.
Augustus
It was a
Gloop,
24-hour
so big
reception
and vile.
area, but for some reason they had 24-hour reception, no room service.
No.
The room I stayed in didn't have a bath.
What's
and
the
they
point
didn't
of
even
a
have a spa.
24-hour reception if you don't have room service?
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway.
Hello, I would like the sex channel, please.
But the
Hello,
room
I would like to
okay,
check
so,
in.
So the receptionist is classic Gold Coast, right?
Oh, she was
So-
hot.
No.
Damn it.
They were fake as shit.
No, they
They
were-
had, like,
damn it.
so
No,
much
they were
Botox.
thought.
They had so much Botox, and they looked like they were only like 23.
Oh God.
There's like shit ton. Like,
What has
yeah.
Kylie Jenner done?
Like their lips were like
23.
3 times the size of mine. They're like
Wait,
out
what?
here. Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Lips.
their lips.
A 23?
Yeah, at 23 they're like.
Big DSLs.
Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Just massive lips.
Like, there's no point in getting plastic surgery when you're still young. Really?
There's a difference between plastic surgery and fillers.
It was shit fillers. Like, their lips were like.
Yeah.
Do it to the camera so they can see.
And
I-
audio
I-
listeners, go to.
Or
YouTube.
just-
Is it just YouTube?
Just
that
look
does
in the
video
mirror,
show?
pucker your lips, and fold them back. That's
And
what
have your
Nathaniel
teeth
did.
showing.
Yeah.
That's basically what they look like.
Yeah.
Man, I
other
wonder
than
if
that,
they'll
it was a good trip. And
I was thinking of getting fillers. Nah, just joshing you.
for your.
I've got Aboriginal
your
lips,
anime?
so like I don't
I've
really
been
need
trying to
it.
figure out an anime joke, but I can't. You just said anime.
I don't think I've been doing much else. I
Said for your
have
anime.
mostly just been trying to finish Smash and play Stardew Valley. And
Yo, we all be finna smash.
Yeah.
We'll be fine Smash. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Fine
So-
Smash.
Finer smash.
Yeah.
He's white. Cut him some
Are
slack.
you talking about the word
Finna?
I've got
FINNA?
2 of these now.
He's got two gods.
I did. You stole them. You can't. Must have.
Alright, it was just here. So
Regardless, are you talking about the word that is FINNA?
it doesn't matter.
That's a yes. Yep. So that's finna smash.
Yeah, but the weird thing about that word is like the way that I've always seen it is
Wrong.
like, well, okay, yes, it might be wrong, but like they're trying to say trying to, right?
Got
We're
it.
trying to smash.
Yeah, more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah. So why is it finna?
'Cause
not
it's-
trying to.
Fixing two.
Yeah.
Like,
Fixing to.
yeah, it's like, it's Americans. Like,
So when you're fixing something,
yeah, like,
you're
I'm
fixing to do something.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No, you're trying to do something.
So you're like, I'm
Finna.
fixing to polish off this carton tonight. And then it's just fucking, I'm finna fuck my brain! Oh fuck, no. Like, I'm finna polish off this carton.
Polish. Fuck
Polish.
the Poles.
Like,
I'm
Poles.
fixing to polish this.
What are you, Germany?
yeah,
World
sure.
War II?
I'm fixing to Poland.
999 10.
That's all I've been into this week. Is mispronunciation of the word finna.
There you go. There you go, viewers. So, on that note, what have you been into this week? Comment down below. Why have we never done that? Have we done that before? I feel like we haven't.
We
done
have.
that.
I've asked.
Have we done that before?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Well, that's stupid. Why
You
do
can leave a
do
comment or send us an email
fuck that
at
shit.
the amalgam show at
I like
gmail.com.
it when we get emails. Makes
It's
me
finna.
feel-
that? Yeah, but
One
we
out
always
or
get
two in?
emails from like Hajib.
We do?
Wow.
We get emails?
We get emails from PayPal.
Oh.
Anyway.
Thanks,
let's,
Rory.
I
Love
think
you.
We should wrap this one out.
Thanks,
If you guys want to.
Rory.
We're gonna be going an hour.
Yeah, let's wrap this one
Yeah.
Okay.
out. Well, do we?
It's only been an hour?
Right.
Fuck, it
I
feels
couldn't
like
hold in
7.
pee for an hour.
In saying that, though, that's probably a good thing because, like, if it was what I
Are you
thought it
trying to
was,
stretch it out to an hour and a half?
if it's what I thought it was, like, we'd be here for like 4 hours.
If you thought we were here for 4 hours,
I thought we'd been here for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think
Definitely felt like 2 hours.
Well, we can definitely cut
We can
this.
definitely talk about how much we didn't want to be here for a long time.
Not gonna lie, yeah, we like sat out the front drinking. They were smoking, I wasn't because I don't smoke because I'm a good boy. Not wanting to do this. Oh wait, I can't talk about that on camera. Never mind. I'll tell you guys afterwards. Remind me.
All right.
Sorry, audience. It's
y'all fought.
it's a mystery. What
don't
did you
know.
say?
I said, did one of y'all fought?
I don't know. Let's save that for after the show.
Did we fight? Comment in the section below.
Comment who you think the guilty party was.
And if it actually happened, is Keena trying to cover his own fight by asking who farted first?
I would have just
Reverse
said fight.
psychiatry.
Psychology. Yeah.
It's a
Reverse
part.
Therapy.
physiology.
Oh, shit. Did you guys see the evolutions for Shield and...
No.
Sword and shield.
Are they real?
Hold on. Yeah. Nintendo did another thing. Evolutions, Sword, Shield. I can't remember their names. I looked at them for like a second and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool, but also not really.
Let's see if my suspicions are true.
Oh, maybe leaked. Because I haven't seen any official shit from it.
Yeah. I would have gotten fuck tons of Facebook ads if they didn't like put out anything official. Because every time they put out something official, I just get.
Oh wait, no,
bombarded
never
on
mind. It was
Facebook.
leaks about what they were like, not so much.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
okay, spoilers. If you guys don't want to hear about Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Plug your ears and go la 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 la.
Or
just
just turn it
fucking
off.
leave the video.
Or
Like, this
yeah,
is probably
make sure you
the
leave a
end.
like and
Actually,
subscribe
wait,
first.
wait, don't leave the video.
Mute it.
Cover your
Cover your ears and go la 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 la.
Cover your ears and go la 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 until we do this to the camera.
It's the exact same thing.
Unless you have earphones in, because that's not going to help.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna make him listen harder.
Oh, I'm listening so hard right now.
Have you never done that where you're like, hold on, I can't hear you. What?
Yeah, I've done
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Holy shit.
Wow, relatable content.
so in saying that,
Fucking
so
put us on
first of all,
trending.
the team.
Hear me,
Rocket-
Wojiki, put us on trending. Shut the fuck up.
The Team Rocket style group is called Team Yell.
Team Yell.
I can do that.
Sword, shield, gun, and ah!
Voice acting.
Sure.
They're so scared.
The name of the evil legendary that the Sword and Shield legendary we're gonna fight against is called Eternatus.
Ah, yes.
So he lives forever. So you can't kill him with a mere sword and shield.
Or can you?
Find out more. Play Pokemon.
Gigantamaxing makes Pokemon giant and changes their look. So you've got
Yeah.
Gigamaxing and
Gigantamax.
and Gigantamaxing.
Yeah.
So with that one, example Pikachu looks like old school fat Pikachu.
Just bring back Mega Evolutions. That was the best thing
It's in
they've
it
done
still.
so far.
That's still in it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I'm not mad then.
Also, they're going to be creating new 3D versions of each Pokemon.
yeah, they're redoing every
Nice.
asset. That's why everything's.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
why.
why they're not like, oh, we'll keep letting you have your, because they're going to use new ones.
That's why not all the Pokemon are in.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield.
Farfetch'd.
That'll be patched.
Here we go. This is probably something that's actually kind of cool. Farfetch'd is going to be getting an evolution called Surfetch'd.
Oh, he's going to be wearing like a knight hat or something, and he'll be
Yeah.
like, "Sir," like
Yeah.
like a knighted
Yeah.
sir, Surfetch.
Oh, I don't actually know.
Yeah, that's current prediction.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that's just like based off his
No,
name.
I think he'll have a feather in his ear. Maybe, or like a cap with a feather like Robin Hood.
Fair enough.
Robin Hood was a criminal.
Let's blast through the rest because they actually
Basically,
don't matter too much, to be honest.
Gandhi.
Who's got what?
We really shouldn't have led up to this outro and then gone into this. People probably clicked off before.
Fuck you, shit.
Whoa.
We've got. Again, this one doesn't matter. Squavit and Greedent are two new chipmunk Pokemon that hide in trees. So maybe we'll have like random encounters like we did in Heart and Gold. Heart
Where
and
like
Soul
things
Silver.
will like jump out of
So
the
like the
trees
tree
and
will
shit.
like kind of shake a bit, and then you walk past it, and then it'll fucking come in.
Fucking blew me up.
The fourth gym is a
Turbo
fairy type
Extreme.
gym. Fourth gym is fairy.
Nice.
Okay, so keep your
Sylveon?
poison, steel, and what's the other one?
Not
Ground.
I
No,
know
it's not
not.
ground.
I know dragon doesn't work.
It's definitely not dragon.
Or other fairies.
No, dragon does work. Get dragon.
No, it's absolutely not dragon.
Just get 100%
Yeah, fourth-
dragon
fourth gym
party
is fairy.
and smash them.
Catch a Grimer.
Has there
you
ever
will
been
good.
a fairy gym before?
No.
Yeah, there was in the
6.
X and Y.
Okay, cool. That checks out.
No.
Players have to complete challenges before fighting gym leaders. There you go.
Okay, so it's still got the sun and moon aspects
So
in
I
it.
mean, in saying that, it's kind of linear
Yeah.
in the sense that you need to progress in the story before you can fight the gym leader.
We're gonna see Henry Cavill's
We've
dick
done that before.
in The Witcher.
I got that.
Oh, we?
Yeah,
Is it
well,
big?
probably not. It says the Netflix's The Witcher is bringing us politics, sex, and monsters.
Wow,
So
we're
we're gonna
like
see titties.
we're jumping in between topics
I'm
here.
just making because Comic Con's happening. I'm just making sure there's no cool news
Fair.
that just happened.
Here we go. So camp to play with Pokemon and raise friendship levels. So you can go camping with your Pokemon. That's
It's
kind
like
of
Final
cool.
Fantasy 15.
I remember the episode in the Hoenn region
Where they went
with
camping.
Ash, where he got his old Pokemon and went camping. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Charizard had Steel Wing, and he used that to cut berries from a tree.
Nice. A
And then-
useless power for a thing that has claws.
What?
Keep right.
Well, his claws are like
He's also a fucking dragon.
Yep, so in saying that, he just used his fucking massive wings to cut the berries off the tree.
Everybody, let's
Kyron,
talk about the logistics of
fucking
Charizard.
idiot.
Yeah, but that's like karate chopping a branch to
Yeah.
try and snap it.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, look, Squirtle knows Bubble Beam. Just
Oi.
think about that.
Oi!
What's that got to do with
Bubble.
Sit down.
Yeah.
This is Bubbles.
Yes.
Speaking of bubbles, I have Sobble's evolution details.
Yeah.
Before we get to him though, we have Scorbunny's evolution is called Raboot. And we'll learn fighting type moves. Now we don't have confirmation on it being a fighting type Pokemon.
It's definitely gonna be like a kickboxing, fucking firefighting.
The
Look,
It
rumor
may
for a longer
not-
time has been fire
Electric.
electric.
It may
But
not
in saying
be
that-
firefighting.
Yeah.
fucking doubt it.
It's
Be-
not. It's gonna
It
be
may
firefighting.
not. It won't be because fucking what's Lytton? He could learn fighting moves too, but he was fire dark.
Yeah, that's my point.
It doesn't
yeah.
mean that they have to be firefighting.
Yeah, like
he would just
electric
learn
ones, no,
fighting
it's-
moves.
Yeah, we've had 2 firefighting subtypes in the past.
Yeah.
No, 3. 3.
Who's the third?
Isn't there
Torchic.
Tepig's evolution? Fucking
Ember, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then there's fucking Chimchar
So
and Torchic.
Ember, Infernape, and Blaziken.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, they wouldn't be stupid enough to.
And
do 4.
fucking Incineroar is basically fucking firefighting. I
Yeah,
know
but he
he's
was-
fire dark, but like, look at him. He
He's
is
a
literally a
wrestler.
UFC fighter.
No, he's a
UFC
wrestling.
wrestler.
Yeah.
So
WWE,
Scorbunny's evolution is
SmackDown
going to.
versus Pokemon.
So Scorbunny's evolution is called Raboot, and will learn fighting type moves. Sobble evolves into Sisile, and then into Inteleon, which is a spy themed water type.
Spy.
Spy.
So he's gonna throw like poison darts, and if you're in a real bad stretch, you'll just bite cyanide.
See, I always thought Sobble would.
Self-destruct.
I always thought Sobble would be a poison type. Not gonna lie, he looks
Yeah.
like a little.
Yeah, I
bit
thought
of
he was going to be a fire.
a little bit of a
water-
sneaky
water
boy.
poison.
To be fair, in the trailer, he's invisible.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That, like when
Makes
you
sense.
said like spy type, I was like, 100% makes sense.
Yeah. And then we
Am I
have.
6?
No, you're fucking 20.
I'm 27.
And then we have Grookey's final form, which is a giant gorilla that attacks with a wood drum.
Yeah, that's consistent. Rumors.
So
He Donkey
Raboot
Kong.
is like rabbit,
But it's a boot because he'll kick things.
Yeah, definitely.
while also picking up some fighting attacks. Meanwhile, the water type Sobble allegedly evolves into Sisile and then Inteleon. We're not sure what spy theme means. Probably camouflage is maybe its hidden ability.
Yeah,
imagine.
maybe it's like harder to hit
So kinda
because
We'll
like-
have goggles at the end of it.
So the opposite of Greninja, rather than when it uses a move and it turns into that type, when it gets hit by a move, it'll turn into that type.
So yeah, that's quite clear.
or it
Okay,
could just
correct, yeah.
or it could just be like you throw out Sobble and it'll look like a different Pokemon
No,
because he'll like use a spy
That's
disguise or something like
that's a bit
that.
different.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
it's like a
it could
spy
do that,
disguise
like
or something like
infiltrate
that.
or some bullshit.
Yeah, you throw
but-
him out, and then like his other type might be the type, like the main type
Mirror
of
type.
the Pokemon you're fighting or something like that, because he's
I think they get too complicated.
So,
because, like,
okay,
the
okay.
dual types
So in-
are,
in
like,
saying-
not always main.
In
Yeah.
saying all of that,
yeah.
Excuse me.
I forgot where I was going. No, so do you think
that?
do you think Sobble's gonna be the like the
The Pokemon to go?
yeah.
That
I
was always
feel-
going to be my starter
seems-
regardless.
Yeah, well he seems to have like just a lot more about him.
He seems to have a lot more intrigue, if you will.
A lot of people think that
Spy.
like Grookey has like a cool magical stick. Like he's like a magic type.
Well, his final evolution uses a drum.
Yeah, it's like it just evolved into a drum.
So he's
How
just
the fuck does a stick turn into a drum?
Because the
More
drumstick?
sticks.
maybe he just uses the stick. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Or even like the stick has like a two-ended bongo on the end, and he uses it as a sledgehammer or some shit. Maybe, and he literally beats you with a drum.
Because in the trailer, like when Scorbunny lights everything on fire, Grookey comes in and like
He waves his stick like a wand,
Yeah.
and he grows the grass.
That just might be like a channeling thing for his grass
yeah,
powers.
that's the point. It's a wand.
I'm kind of torn. I feel like I want to choose Scorbunny based on the fact that I feel like it's going to be a fast Pokemon. I always
I love
always
fast
go
Pokemon.
for a speed-based Pokemon.
And then you just super train his fucking attack so
Yeah.
he hits fast and hard.
Exactly right.
And then you fucking win.
if you fucking hit hard and fast, doesn't matter
Oh.
what they can fucking do because they're already dead.
I remembered what else I was into. I watched Incredibles 1 and 2. And 2, that was the first time I've ever watched it.
How'd you like it?
It's fucking good. It's basically just swap out the first half of the movie for fucking Mr. Incredible to Elastigirl. And then the family comes in the last half and saves everything.
Okay.
Done.
All right, we're gonna call it.
Ghostbusters.
All right. Well, Keena's keener than you.
I'm not.
Alright.
Dean!
Like and subscribe, motherfuckers. Also, ring that bell if you want to know every time we upload. Leave a comment about whatever you really want. We're happy to interact.
Schedule your therapy sessions after release days.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Go to our Patreon. Just go to Patreon, type in the search bar. Amalgam Show. Probably the easiest way to do it.
Or
Fuck
patreon.com/the Amalgam Show.
Rory
Fuck links.
Shellswell. has
Shout out
already
to
done it.
Rory, who's the biggest lad of them all.
And
I still
then
look at your Snapchats, Rory.
send us an email. Is it the Amalgam Show or just Amalgam Show for our email?
It's the Amalgam Show.
The
Because we
Amalgam
called
Show.
it.
We have very poor planning.
Didn't we call it something?
The Amalgam
No,
Show
wait,
at gmail.com
isn't it?
is
I
where you
thought
can
it
send
was
us any
just Amalgam
emails.
Show because then we called it Amalgam's How.
No, we called
It's amalgamshow@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause we called it
Amalgam
Amalgam's How.
Show at
Yeah,
gmail.com.
buddy.
And you can send us anything. Requests for videos you like to be made.
Are we gonna do like a 5 minutes crafts
We-
version of Amalgam? That's my show. I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had so many show ideas and I never do it because I'm like, oh man, production, fuck out of here.
But yeah, send us requests of any content you would like to be seen. We are working on what was the request we had earlier?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Months ago now.
Wait,
Yeah.
are we working on that? I wasn't invited.
Well,
and I'm the best out of all of you.
We haven't
Fuck
even-
you.
Fuck
all.
off, I've beaten you.
First of all, we've never versed each other.
Yes, we did when we lived together, bitch.
No.
Yeah?
fucking Rainbow Six.
Siege, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because I bought it too, and I would play with
We
you.
never versed each other.
I got more kills than you, so I'm better.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did.
I got the-
fucking.
I got
you
the
got the
ring,
rigs,
mate.
bitch.
Anyways.
I got my tax back. I'll get it too.
Hey, stay tuned for more. You'll find out who actually wins in this amazing battle of alpha
I like
and
Sledge.
testosterone.
Wait. I just want to say,
Or thermite.
it's gonna be May. All right, we're good. Let's go.
It's July.